You know what? We know why we were put here. We were brought here to rebuild the military, match capabilities to the threats of today. So while our adversaries have produced millions of cheap drones, before us, we were mired in bureaucratic red tape. Not anymore. In June, President Trump issued an executive order unleashing American drone dominance to bolster our drone industry and arm our warfighters, because that's what we're all about. So today, I'm rescinding restrictive policies that stifle production, and this will unleash American manufacturing and the ingenuity of our warfighters by doing three key things. First, we're going to bolster the U.S. drone manufacturing base by producing thousands of American-made products, prioritizing Buy American. We'll arm combat units with a variety of low-cost, American-crafted drones, leveraging our world-leading engineers and AI experts. And third, we're going to train as we expect to fight. Senior officers, well, I'll grab this because it's the memo. Senior officers must overcome bureaucratic risk aversion in budgeting, weaponeering, and training. So here's the memo we're signing today, delivered via drones. Here on the front lawn of the Pentagon, with some of our great warfighters flying them. This is the future. We're in the fight. We're in the fight to win it, and we're never going to back down.
I will admit it's nice that they actually took down the Metallica they had behind it, because I'm sure they got a copyright strike on that. But that's the announcement from Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth about unlocking the potential of drones in the United States military. That myself, and I know for a fact, Lieutenant Colonel John Antel, are celebrating today. This is something that the United States has allowed itself to be on the back foot with. Allowed itself. As the world has evolved since 2021, the beginning of the Nagorno-Karabakh war between Azerbaijan and Armenia, that was the real start of 21st century drone warfare as we know it today. Yes, Predator drones were involved in Iraq and Afghanistan, and you had loitering munitions, high-altitude observation, reconnaissance, Predator drones. But what we're talking about now is the beginning of the FPV drone revolution, the tactical drone revolution, on a small unit basis. And I know for a fact the colonel, who has been working tirelessly, speaking to everyone who would listen, is finally seeing the results of his work. And we have a long way to go because we are behind. China's army adopts advanced FPV drone tactics reflecting modern warfare lessons learned from Ukraine. In a recent broadcast, the People's Liberation Army showcased its adoption of advanced first-person view drones in combat scenarios, underlying its commitment to integrating cutting-edge technologies and tactics inspired by modern warfare trends. And what are those modern warfare trends? Those trends are quite simple. Drones, lots of them, hundreds of them, thousands of them. According to the colonel, our latest information coming out of Ukraine, the Ukrainians are expending 50,000 drones per month. Expending. That does not mean they are all hitting targets. Expending could be hitting trees, could be hitting the ground, batteries could be running out, could be hitting targets. But the expenditure of 50,000 drones per month is something that we have to actually wrap our heads around. That's where we're at. China upgrades military tactics for drone warfare. And in this article from Defense Blog, the 81st Group Army, one of their heavy combined arms brigades, is clearly practicing with armored vehicles with cope cages over the top. We'll call it top armor, with top armor over it, utilizing FPV drones for cover. In this scenario, the drones were dispensing smoke to cover the approach of the vehicles. It's incredible. We are behind in this, and we need to catch up. As you can see, cope cages over the infantry fighting vehicles, and they are fighting in a scenario that they fully expect to face, as they should. And one of the most troubling things, to me personally, is just the mere production rate. We'll start with this article because it'll give a positive sense before I crash it down. U.S. startup to deliver 6,000 FPV attack drones to Ukraine. This is in February of 2025. Neros, an automated drone startup founded just a year ago, has secured a contract to deliver 6,000 FPV attack drones to Ukraine over the next 6 months. That's 1,000 a month. As we just heard, the Ukraine is expending 50,000 per month. So that runs into the question of what is China's capability. From Sprinter Observer, China can already produce 500,000 FPV drones monthly and up to 700,000 in wartime. The PLA has conducted 3 large-scale military exercises using the power of drone swarms, which is a key topic discussion between the U.S. foreign partners and American officials at a forum in Singapore last week, media reports suggest. This is a Twitter video of a large drone swarm that I'm going to play, and I want to make sure that the audio is on this so everyone can hear it. It's the sound which I find to be almost more disturbing. Obviously, the numbers are very disturbing. But the sound is almost, it's psychologically terrifying. I've seen a few videos of FPV drones incoming on targets when the video taker is on the receiving end, and it sounds like a Stuka dive bomber, which, by the way, the Russians are now putting these sirens on these drones purposely for psychological warfare. Things change? Not really. And that's where we're at. 500,000 drones monthly. That's a lot of drones. That is a lot of drones. With that said, with us sticking our toe in the water, this is a very, very good start. It's very important that the United States get involved with this right away, that we start getting ahead of the curve as quickly as possible. I don't know if we can ever actually be, quote-unquote, ahead of the curve. But we certainly can find ourselves not behind the curve. The United States has taken steps. It's not like we're just walking into this blind. I did a video about this article. This was from back in April. Marine Corps stands up attack drone team to take lessons from Ukraine and teach them to the grunts. And as you go through here, it describes what the team will be doing. The attack drone team will also take part in U.S. and international competitions involving small drones and FPVs and share what they learned with the rest of the Corps. All Marines who take part of the attack drone team are volunteers, with some of them coming from weapons training battalions. Additional Marines will also be able to join the team with the start of the fiscal year 2026 Marine Corps Marksmanship Competition session. So the Marine Corps is taking this very seriously, and as you expect they would, improvise, overcome, and adapt, as they are forced to do and have been forced to do for 250 years. The Army is also taking it quite seriously, and again, this is before the Secretary's announcement. Army and Marines embrace kamikaze drones for ground combat, and this talks about the Army standing up its teams for drone combat and training. This obviously is a Marine, U.S. Marine Corps Sergeant Major Carlos Ruiz. The 20th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps observes a demonstration conducted by the Marine Corps attack drone team at Marine Corps Base Quantico, Virginia, April 28, 2025. The demonstration highlighted how the MCADT is leading the integration of FPV drone capabilities to enhance lethality and operational effectiveness across Fleet Marine Force. And again, we'd expect nothing more from our Marines than improvise, overcome, and adapt. But our production has to come into play. We have got to be able to produce these things by the tens of thousands, literally the hundreds of thousands per month. And in training, they have to be able to be used and destroyed like you would in actual combat. But we are taking steps to make smart swarms, which is essentially the breakthrough technology in drone swarm technology. Lockheed, IBM unveil smart drone swarms to adapt and evolve in live battle zones. This allows for rapid, secure software updates directly to drones operating at the edge of contested environments without returning to base. And as we go through the article, one key aspect is the coordinated area search, where drones fly across a wide terrain. By sharing live intelligence amongst themselves, they significantly reduce search time, allowing for quicker response and resource allocation. Another important tactic is dynamic retasking. The swarm is designed to adjust accordingly if a drone is lost or encounters a new threat. This involves redistributing tasks among the remaining units, assuring mission continuity, and maintaining operational effectiveness despite challenges. Smart drones that talk to themselves in a swarm. Basically think of a swarm of locusts moving across the land, destroying everything in their path, autonomously, with no human intervention whatsoever, except to literally turn the swarm off. That's it. This announcement by the Secretary of Defense is game-changing for the United States. We're finally going to be allowed to catch up to the rest of the world. It's going to take us a long time to catch up, but we have unlocked the door, and we have a long way to go, especially in the understanding of the disposability of this system. I hope that's completely understood. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, share with a friend, let them know the United States is in the drone game. Finally. Colonel Antel, keep preaching the clarion call, my brother. Keep preaching the clarion call. You have saved American lives, and we thank you, and I thank you, and I appreciate you.